This is Umar for BoxNation. We're in Hamburg, Germany for the 62nd WBC Annual Convention. I'm joined by Amir Khan, who's part of the WBC family. Is that
Yeah.
a fair statement?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, so I started the WBC off in the Middle East. So I was the president of the Middle East boxing when it come to the WBC, and then also helped it grow in Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Turkey al Sheikh. Obviously now being a big part of it as well. So yeah, some good times.
Yeah, His Excellency Mauricio Suleiman announced actually a new concept that they're going to bring in called the Boxing Grand Prix,
Yeah.
sort of a World Cup format for any fighters from 26 years old, and below, 26 and below, sort of to develop and push young fighters quicker
Really?
in a World Cup sort of series. So that's
Wow,
going
I
to
think that'd
start.
be amazing. That'd be amazing. I think it gives opportunity to a lot of the younger fighters because a lot of what happens is a lot of the younger fighters don't really want to fight guys with too much experience. So it gives them a time to build up and get stronger and get that experience as well. So yeah, I think that'd be amazing. Yeah,
Sure,
that's
someone's
cool.
calling you.
Go
It's
ahead.
all good. So yeah, we're at the WBC convention. We've seen the ratings today and
Yeah,
stuff. That belt, though, the WBC belt, I'd say one of the most iconic there is.
100%. It's a belt that I never won, but I was given it because obviously Mayweather wouldn't fight me for X amount of years. I was mandatory for Floyd Mayweather to fight for the WBC, and he made me wait for like 3.5 years and not giving me that fight, even though I was the number one mandatory for him. So WBC's just said to me that there you go, listen, champ. They granted me number one position, and then when Mayweather went and fought somewhere else, I think I end up getting the belt. But for me, yeah, I mean it's a nice thing to hold the WBC, but yeah, to win it would have been a little bit more different. Obviously, to be given it was is what it is. But I've got one in my shelf, and then after that, when we got into the WBC family, then we started to help them grow WBC in the Middle East and like Saudi Arabia. Look at how big that is. How big Saudi Arabia now is in boxing. I mean, boxing now is massive in the Middle East, and I mean, WBC is one of the, like I said, longest going belts and organizations out there. So respect where it's due. Yeah, I mean they are in there as well, trying to get their bit in.
I mean, just where you touched upon the Floyd Mayweather Jr. situation,
Mm.
how, I don't know how much you spoke about this since you retired, but how close was that fight
Really
with you and him?
close. It was really close that we ended up getting contracts signed. So I ended up getting my side of the contract signed, which was sent by Floyd Mayweather promotion. And when he come to me, I end up signing it. And then the worst thing I made, well, the worst thing I did was to make an announcement that I've signed the contract with Floyd Mayweather. You see, now I know how Floyd must have felt. He was the A side then, and I know how it would felt if I was fighting someone and I'm the A side and someone did that. You find it disrespectful. So yeah, I was young then. I was a little bit, you know, I got a little bit excited and said, you know what, I'm gonna announce it. Must have been about 24, 25. But look, it is what it is. That fight never happened, but it was a fight that look, we have mutual respect for each other. But it would have been nice to have that fight, because when I was at my peak, I know that I was unstoppable. I was, yeah. I mean, I would have had the style to give big problems to Floyd Mayweather,
Do
or
you
to beat him.
I know you guys were at contracts point, so he was in at that as well. But when you beat Alexander,
Yeah.
Devin Alexander, off that performance, that was when I think the American press as well were going, look,
Listen,
Amir
listen.
can beat Floyd.
Yeah, look, with Alexander's got a similar style to Mayweather, quick hands, movement, feet, and everything. Apart from him being southpaw, but Floyd being orthodox. But the thing is, look, I would never have got that fight regardless. I think in their head they didn't want to fight me. I was a bad style for Floyd Mayweather, especially after the Alexander fight. The whole world media, ESPN, you name it, everyone was talking about Amir Khan's next fight is going to be Floyd Mayweather. Floyd obviously had with all the ego he had, he didn't want it. He didn't want it. He just obviously wanted to show that he's the A side all the time. He's the night guy to pick who he wants. Then he went in and fought Maidana twice. Even though he did a poll, and twice we won the poll. Um, so really, it's like it's a fight that the whole world wanted to see back then. But look, um,
Were you at your peak at that point in the Alexander fight?
yeah, I mean, I think I hit my last stage of my being in my peak. You know what I mean? I was, yeah, I was half decent. I had the speed, movement. I had everything going for me. I was probably one of my last few best fights I had in the 147 division, and then it would have been perfect. Like there was no other way that fight couldn't have happened with Floyd Mayweather. I mean, we ticked all the boxes. We was in the same weight division. We fought. We was high. We was number one in the WBC, and we were number one in the rankings in the 147 division. Remember in that division at that time when I was in it, I mean, you had the likes of Danny Garcia, you had Keith Thurman, you had Sean Porter, you had Spence, you had so many great names, Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao as well, and they had me as number one. I mean, to fight for the title. So, but look, it's like I said, it's been a great run, honestly, to be respected and to be. I can't see, I can't see another young Asian guy doing this. I mean, it was hard, and what we did was different.
And cracking America as well.
And cracking America as well. I mean, it's hard nowadays to even crack your own backyard. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Crack your street, let alone, you know what I mean? America, the whole country. But alhamdulillah, all I want to say is that God's been kind, and also, you get your prayers from your family and your mother, father. So I think their prayers definitely took me far in my life. I can never, top 40 fights in my boxing career. I lost 6. I mean, it's a good fight. It's a good career. I fought the best out there. I never ducked any person that they want me to face. And that's why, look, you see the love that we get in the convention, bro. It's amazing. Everyone, when they see us, like, the eyes light up, So alhamdulillah, I think that just speaks for how hard you worked in your boxing career and how well you did.
To be fair, becoming a star in your own country in the UK is an amazing thing. Very, very difficult, especially how saturated the market is at the moment. Going to America and what you did, I mean, there's very few Brits who've done that and could headline continuously. One after the other.
It got to a stage, bro, where we had the next 3 years or 2 years lined up for the fights that we're going to take in America. We were Golden Boy Promotions. Then I went from Golden Boy, and I decided then that I'm going to stay in America and fight in America and have the big fights in America. From Golden Boy, then we went to Al Heyman from it was either Al Heyman or Top Rank. So we literally was in that position where we can pick any promoter they want to work with us, any TV network from Showtime to HBO. I had contracts directly with them. You know what I mean? I was going into the meetings with HBO or with Showtime and talking about what deal and what I want to get paid for the fights. So I was negotiating with the biggest of the biggest. Excuse me, sir, can you close that door, please? Hello.
I don't think I think they're German. Can you close the door on the way out?
Yeah? Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Hello.
No, it's
you
all
could
good.
be on
No
this
problem.
as well if you want. Shit himself. He's fat.
What about the Manny Pacquiao fight? Was it ever?
Yeah, that was another one. That was another big fight that we were talking about. But me and Manny, we trained together for such a long time in the Philippines, and obviously
Wild card
with Freddie Roach under the same coach. Yeah, that got really close as well. And even now, bro, I get calls and say, Manny Pacquiao fight, I want to fight you. I saw Manny the other day, and Manny's the same. Oh yeah, Amir, let's do a fight. And
why don't you guys just stay retired? Now everyone wants to make a comeback, but your legacies are intact, both of you.
Yeah, look. You know what? I'm never gonna fight again. Honestly, it has to be a good paycheck. A and B has to be something that's gonna be like that. That's gonna make sense. Otherwise, bro, I don't need it. I get offered crazy deals. You know what I mean? Now I get my name's getting thrown around with KSI. My name's getting thrown around with Jake Paul and.
Would you actually do that? Yeah.
Like I said, if the deal is right, and you come up with the right amount of money that will get me out of bed and want to train, we all prize fighters. Yeah, maybe. But other than that, it has to be a fantastic deal for me to come out and say, oh, yeah, I'll take it. Otherwise, there's no point, honestly. I don't need that. But like I say, it has to be something crazy that's going to make me think, fuck yeah, I'm going to take it.
Well, they're going to have to break the bank because I'm sure you got paid truckloads against Canelo. You've had numerous other big paydays, Danny Garcia, Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
So it's going to have to be a huge fee that they're going to
No, definitely. Yeah, listen, it has to be over 10M. it has to be over $10 million because, like I said, um, otherwise I'm not even gonna entertain it, even if it's for like 4, 5, 6. There's no point. There's no point. It has to be over 10 million. Otherwise, that's the only reason I will make a comeback and it'll motivate me to get back in the gym. Otherwise, I stay retired and enjoy life. Um, yeah.
Even with the weight disparity, I'm guessing you just wipe the floor with the likes of Jake and KSI.
Yeah, I mean, look, we'll hit footwork, movement, and everything. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, both fighters, but look, the good fighters. I mean, look, they're trying, aren't they? And they have such a big following. So respect what it's due, man. The guys are doing really well. Wish them all the very best, and they are helping the sport boxing grow. The eyes, I heard that when I was speaking to Jake, he said that when he fought Mike Tyson, 120, they got 120 million views,
Yeah.
and Netflix crashed. Now, can you believe that Netflix crashed? Like they said that they made it crash. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy numbers as well. The 120 million views. Wow, that just shows star power. Huh?
These people just don't close the door,
Boss,
do they?
you don't close the door.
Hello, hello. Excuse
Hello,
me.
boss. Hello, boss. Hello.
Hello,
Hello. I am doing very important interview, and you are always keeping door open. Sorry, bro. I had to say very important. Yeah. More like it.
Ah, fair play to him. He's done it.
No, nice guy for doing that. Thank you.
But I mean,
Come
when,
again.
when you when you look back at your career, as you said, you've boxed everyone literally that you could have, even jumping up weights to fight
Yeah.
Canelo Alvarez. Despite the highs, despite the lows, no regrets in your career?
No regrets. Honestly, no regrets at all. And I think the way my dad set the whole path. You know. To be honest with you, I think that's one person that doesn't get the credit.
Your
Is
dad?
my dad. Honestly, like respect where it's due. He's the one who, like, obviously I was a big part of it as well because I had to be, I had to be. Hello, boss. Can you close the door on the way out, please?
No English speak.
No English. Closing the door. Bang. Thank you.
Yeah, he's a good man.
He's a good man. He knows he's a gentleman. Sorry, I was saying that, I think the person that doesn't get the most credit is my dad. Like, for example, he picked those fights. He was watching the fights. He was always looking at what the next one should be, or what route I should be taking, what path I should be taking, what titles are in my way, which titles I'd need to fight for. I mean, that was something big, like from someone that really didn't come from a boxing background. He built with me. He obviously did all my contracts. The last fight, the last promo I got was with Ben Shalom. I did that deal myself with him, and also at the Eddie Hearn deal. I was in the jungle while my dad's negotiating with Eddie Hearn. When I was in the jungle, that's when I came out of the jungle. I'm a celebrity, and I did the contract deal with Eddie after being out for so many years. With the hand operation, I was out for like 2-3 years. So look, my dad he maneuvered me the right way. I think respect where it's due, because if it wasn't with him maneuvering me the right way, I don't think I'd be in the same position with this name I had and the respect I have. Honestly, like, he was very smart how he did it. You see, everything my family did for me was from a good, clean heart, and they did it for the benefit of me, making sure I'm safe at the same time. But and yeah, you do have to take risks as well. Like one of the fights I wanted was the Canelo fight. And I remember my family saying to me that you shouldn't take that Canelo fight, because he's a big guy. And I was like, nah, you know what? Because look, at the end of it, we are prize fighters, right? Now, it's a fighting against one of the best in the world. And let's see how well you can do. And secondly, you're getting paid like $12 million. It's a lot of money, man. You know what I mean? Think about it. It's a lot of money. Like, normally you have to fight 3 times to get that kind of money. Or maybe 4 times or 5 times. It's a lot of money to make in one fight. And you have to understand as well, your body is only getting older. Training camp after training camp is going to kill you. So I thought that's 4 training camps, that's 4 fights. The equivalent I will make in that one fight. So why not take that? Look, at the end of the day, we are prize fighters, and we want to fight the best, or we want to beat the best. But like I said, the team I had was fantastic, honestly. Like, I had a whole structure that did everything for me. Yeah, and like I said, we were all learning as we were going, but at the same time, it was all good fun as well, looking back at it.
Listen, Amir, I thought we were going to do like a 7-8 minute quick interview. This is actually, I've quite enjoyed this, like reflecting back on your career. I didn't plan to do this. There is, just before we move on and
Yeah.
close off, there's a couple of points I do still want to make. And we can just talk through them.
Yeah.
Trainers wise,
Yeah, I did a lot.
Like you said about promoters, you were with everyone. Trainers wise, you had the whole lot.
Yeah, I did then. If you think about it, look, Virgil Hunter was one of the best trainers out there. I worked with him. Freddie Roach was one of the best to work with him. I mean, so many great trainers I worked with, and Bomac, and and you have to remember as well, for these Hall of Fame trainers to want to work with you as well and want to have you in their team, you have to make sure that.
What's going on? I see you all time in BoxNation.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
You know this legend?
How are you, sir? Nice to meet you, sir. How are you? So, guys, you missed that. He took a selfie with.
I'm sitting with Amir Khan. He's taking a picture
live?
with me.
It's live. It's live.
Hello.
Yeah, say hi to everybody in the UK.
Everybody, hello. I'm the promoter from Line Sport Promotion. My son is Emre Chuko, super middleweight weight champion, IBO.
Now, when's he fighting next?
I don't know. He has a fight for 2 weeks ago.
What's his ranking in the WBC?
WC, he was number 15, but after the ABU fighting, he was ABU champion, European champion. Now we have no ranking in
Don't worry, we will put him up. What
better
ranking?
than-
No,
he's
tell me
better
what.
than you.
Hey, listen, what
Yeah.
ranking you want for your son?
I think he must ranking,
The top 10?
no, top 50.
5-0. 1-5.
Yes.
Yeah. So shall we put him number 14?
You are the number 14?
No, I'm not number 14. I can help him to get to number
No,
14.
it's not bad. It was very good. He will, if you go to number
Maybe
14.
because if you put him up the rankings and then you have 2-3 more fights, maybe next time you can fight someone like Anthony Joshua or maybe Fury.
Yeah. Okay. In
Heavyweight.
No, super
Oh.
middleweight.
Or middleweight.
Super middleweight.
Super middle. Good weight division.
Canelo.
Canelo.
Now, Oleksandr Usyk is very strong. Very
Sorry, I thought you said heavyweight.
No.
No, maybe you're.
Nice to meet you.
Anyway, so sorry, bro. What was I saying then?
That was quite funny. That.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
Fair play to him. What
open the
were you saying?
fucking door.
Trainers.
Needs a trainers, I work with them all, innit? If you think about it, all Hall of Famer trainers, and for them to say yes to you, we want to take you in and have you as part of the team. It's a big thing. I mean, that's why we got like so much love for like Crawford and the team and all that. Like normally, you see, he was sat with us last night, all night. He was chilling with me. We woke up in the morning. I mean, yeah, he's messaging me, let's do this, let's do that. I mean, all this comes from being in training camp with all these brothers. You know what I mean? And all these other fighters. But yeah, I work with every trainer, man. I had such a great time. It was amazing. Going to different locations, training with different fighters, sparring with different people. Every trainer has his own little, little thing that they have. How their experience that they show, the touch that they have. I mean, yeah, it was fantastic. I loved every bit of it, man.
The last point I wanted to pick up on, the whole Kell Brook saga. Obviously, it was closed in Manchester in a big event.
Yeah.
But you two were both past your best, I'd say.
Yeah, but still, like, I mean, look, end of the day, I think Kell was more hungry for that fight. I didn't have that hunger in me. I remember I was made. And you know when the guy's made, and I realized that. I never used to realize it when I used to watch these old fights, like, these legends fight, and I used to be like, why is it like towards the end they like kind of give up? They should be able to fight like how they fight in the first fight or the second fight. That hunger should never die because you love the sport so much. But I know it happened to me. Like when I was in I kind of knew that it was my last day, last fight, last few days in boxing because I was not enjoying any of it. I wanted to be back in Dubai. I wanted to be back at home. I wanted to be back in my bed, my family, be around them. I did not want to be there, honestly. And time was going so slow. I was getting so frustrated and so bored. But yeah, I thought I'll just go in there and I'll just do a job on Kell Brook. But obviously, I did get the win. And
Did you hate him throughout your career?
no, not really. I mean, I found it quite funny, really, having a little joke with him. And
No, but
having
it was an
little-
intense rivalry. It was.
for a very long time. So that's what sold the fight and made it such a big fight. But I like Kell now. We met each other a few times. He seems like a really nice guy. And it's funny because like even Carl Froch and it's all about now being cool with everyone.
Are you and
honestly.
Froch actually okay? Because I watched
Yeah,
that video.
man, I
but
like Carl. I think Carl's a nice guy, man. I mean, look, we had a really good interview the other day. We had a really good catch up. And I don't think there was nothing in it. It was just that, maybe someone said something and But look, I got no beef with no one. Honestly, it's all about being nice to everyone and just enjoying life. Um,
To be fair, Carl's going at everyone in boxing at the moment. So.
yeah. So I said to him, listen, I know you got my number, Carl. No, you need to call me if you got a problem. We need to talk on the phone. I go, don't be timid it around. But look, it is what it is. We had a good chat and everything, and same with Cal Brook as well when I met him in London last. So yeah, we sometimes you become friends when you start throwing punches at each other and you hit each other. I mean, it is one of them things, but we can now walk away from the sport and say we've been there, we've done it, wore the t-shirt, and now time to enjoy life.
Amir, just before we close off, you give me plenty of time, much more than we thought we'd do. So appreciate it. Just want to get some quick
I
predictions.
just think that this sofa's comfortable.
You
That's
just
what
want to
it
sit
is.
there.
Just wanna
We
sit
just
here,
talk all
we'll
day.
chill, yeah.
I want to ask you about some fights, quick predictions, and why you're picking the winner.
Right.
So, Usyk Fury 2.
Good fight. I think this time it'll be Fury knows what mistakes he made in the first fight. He knows that he can't stand in front of a strong Usyk because Usyk still has a lot of power, and I think he's felt his power this time, knowing that he's come up a weight and still holds that power strong. So I think Fury's gonna be one step ahead. And obviously, whenever Fury comes back in a rematch, he's always done much better. So I think that he could be even he could probably stop Usyk as well towards later rounds. But then again, I will speak to Usyk on FaceTime about 8 months ago, and the guy was training then. He was doing his swims and everything, and I was like, this guy's a beast. This guy's a true sportsman. You know what I mean? He's a true warrior. So look, it's gonna be a great fight to call. I think Usyk. No, not Usyk. Fury 60-40.
Right. Okay. Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker.
I like Dubois, man. Dubois a beast. Honestly, I said that from when he fought against Hergovich. I said that, yo, who is this kid, man? I go, this kid's good. And I remember watching that live. And I like the way he fought and how he puts his punches together and how strong he is. And the way he took those fighters apart. Obviously, he's coming off a great win against Anthony Joshua. He's going to have more confidence. So, yeah, I think I got Dubois going in that fight winning.
Sheeraz, Adames.
I like Sheeraz. I think Sheeraz has come on by heaps. I mean, he's done so well in his career. Honestly, worked so hard, and that's one thing I can say about a young fighter that by working hard, he's got this far. You know what I mean? He's worked so hard, and you can see how dedicated and disciplined he is. He's got a great team around him, great family around him. Similar to what I had, my father around me. He's got his father around him, Kamran, and obviously my uncle Taz, who I think is doing a brilliant job with Hamzah, managing him. Obviously, Taz worked with me, built me up in my career, and yeah, honestly, it's I think he's doing really, really well. Looking at that fight, I think that Hamzah probably stops him late in the fight. I know a lot of people tend to say no to this, but I think Hamzah will stop him late in the fight because he's got that range, he's got the height, he's got the size, he's got the power that comes with it. You know what I mean? And he reminds me of a Tommy Hearns. You know what I mean? Tall, lean, doesn't look strong, but hits hard and whips them shots in. So I like that. In the last couple of fights, Hamza's kind of growing on me more. I've been watching more of his fights, and I've seen that. You know what? He is putting it all together now. He's coming together as a champion. So hopefully he gets that win, becomes world champion, then gets the bigger and the bigger fights. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's some big names in his division. Or maybe he moves up a weight and he goes into another division where there's more exciting names and bigger names. You know what I mean? So let's see how that goes.
Last one. This fight's not been made, but if Crawford boxed Canelo, what happens?
Look, Canelo's a beast, man. I fought both those guys, you know what I mean? And even it's always Crawford, but I just feel that size always wins. There's always having weight division. There's a purpose behind that. There's a reason why there's different weight divisions.
Terence is special though, isn't he?
But Terence is very special. Don't get me wrong, but when you get hit by a guy who's like twice your weight, man, it hits you very hard, and obviously on the arms, the shoulders, and everything. But then again, I was with Terence, and when you look so big and thick and strong. But look, what a fight that'll be. Obviously, I'm gonna favor for my boy Terence. I want him to win that fight. But like I said, it would be hard. But does he really need that fight? Nah, I don't think he needs that. I think the guy has done so well in his career, beating everyone. He's untouchable. He's one of the best out there, pound for pound. Why does he need to fight him? But like I said, if it's a big payday,
It'll be huge.
if he gets 10M plus,
Oh yeah, that fight
then yeah,
generates
then he's
loads.
been made. Look, like I said, look, why is Terence gonna take a risky fight for less money when he knows he can take a seriously hard fight, but for a lot of seriously money? You know what I mean? So yeah, if I was him, I'd take that. Then if the money's right. But like I said, we never want to see fighters get hurt. But yeah, obviously he is a special fighter, is Terence. If that fight happened, it's hard to call who's gonna win. But obviously, I would say my friend Terence, we will be in his corner, and even if we have to go in camp to help him and support him and push him, we'll do that as well.
Amir Khan, it's been an absolute pleasure to sit down with you here in Hamburg. Good to see you back on BoxNation as well.
Yeah, it's great to see BoxNation being back on scene again. We've always liked BoxNation.
You had some great night with
I've had some
Frank.
brilliant fights with Frank Warren on BoxNation. So tell me a little bit about BoxNation. So why is it that Frank's brought it back on the scene again?
So what's happened here is obviously the TV channel stopped years ago.
Yes.
But the YouTube platform was still there with lots of subscribers. So Frank and George have given it to me basically to run, but
Let's do it, man.
they're still doing
That's
it.
it,
We're
brother.
doing like small shows.
Amazing,
and also
amazing to
all the
see that
interviews.
BoxNation's come back. It's a channel that was around when I was fighting.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
You
I
and
mean-
Frank go way back.
Me and Frank go way back. I mean, we're talking like back in 2005 when we first met. Sorry, we met each other for the first time. Took me for dinner, and I was a right little boy. Wearing a little shirt, and I was only about 135 pounds, lightweight, and I saw him pull up in a Rolls Royce. I was like, wow, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, look at that guy. Look at that Rolls
He's got
Royce.
about 10 of them now.
He can fucking have a bit more. Maybe he can if he wanted, but now God's been kind that we've got 10 as well now. You know what I mean? So, end of the day, it just shows that it's always good to dream big and have ambitions. So when I saw Frank drive up in that Rolls Royce, I was like, one day I'm gonna have one of them. And look, God's been kind.
You smashed it.
See you later.
Thank you, Amir.
Thanks.